Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful wedding.
Oh my God.
The bride is scared of the world.
How am I gonna like walk down that aisle?
And the groom is about to hurl. Can skipper Jane Dayus Hinch lead them to shore with 3 wedding wishes?
It's not very professional to be sick all over your clients.
Or will it be Jane overboard?
I decided at the last minute that I wanted real flowers. What's the big deal?
The big deal is, it seems Melanie and Jeff can't agree on much of anything.
We've been dating 2.5 years.
3 years.
We've been dating 2.5 years.
Yeah. Almost 2 3/4 years. I would say almost 3.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Almost 3
2.5 years.
to 3.
How adorable. Yeah, whatever. The thing is, they're getting married in 12 days, and now Melanie means business.
Okay. Cake color. This is a definite yes.
So this is good as well, the one I chose.
I know, but this is the one we're gonna probably go with.
Well, does it really matter what Jeff wants? Really?
This is for me. I'm supposed to be the bride. I'm supposed to be the princess. This is supposed to be, well, me.
Okay, princess, I don't care if my fiancé barfs on boats.
I try to keep her happy by having the reception on this boat.
This is what I want.
So Melanie wants a wedding fairy tale on a Titanic scale. Though I don't recall Kate and Leo having matching ink, man. And like the Titanic, they've had more than their share of icebergs.
We are pretty freaked out.
Picking colors,
Considering the limo, considering the food that we have to choose,
all the decorations, all the chairs.
the gazebo,
And that's just the stuff that we can think of.
we've been butting heads.
This is done, and leave it alone.
Yeah, when it gets right and perfect, it'll be done.
I'm worried about your stress levels, your blood pressure.
So I am just like gonna lose it. Like, seriously lose it.
Happy with first?
We both have had our stressful moments.
Maybe like the time Jeff's mother tried on Melanie's wedding dress and it freaked him out so much he had to go and buy a new one?
And I'm like, Jeff, your mom tried on my dress. And he's like, what? Ew, ew.
I really don't want to picture my mother walking down the aisle to become my bride. It doesn't seem right on so many levels.
Ah.
But despite the dress debacle, Jeff adores his family.
I've come from a large family on my mother's side, and everybody is very close.
Melanie, on the other hand, hasn't said boo to her mom in 4 years.
My relationship with my mother is almost non-existent.
This is one thing I've asked from Melanie, is just to see my family and her family come together.
I am really worried that I'm gonna crack under the stress, just with the wedding escalating and all the family anxiety situations, like, wow.
Well, Melanie and Jeff are about to be wowed even more because the queen of wedding fabulous, Jane Dayus Hinch, has heard their SOS, and she and her assistant Michael will grant them 3 wishes to save their sinking ship. And speaking of ship...
Oh, joy of joys. I'm just not very nautical. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
What seems to be the problem?
Biggest thing is, we're having the reception on the water.
I don't like water.
Good choice of venue, then.
Yeah.
The boat is booked and the boat is non-refundable now.
Are we getting married on the boat?
No, actually, we're getting married in a park, in a gazebo.
What's next? Desserts in a helicopter?
And then, Melanie drops the F word.
There's a lot of family drama. I have not seen my mom in about 4 years. We're gonna need a referee.
If you haven't seen her, why did you invite her if it's giving you all this stress?
My grandparents raised me, and my grandmother said, well, you should invite your mother. It's proper. I do not need this extra pressure and anxiety, not on this day.
How are you thinking of decorating the boat? And who's decorating it?
We don't know. All my friends and all Melanie's friends and family are all in the wedding. No one's there to help set up.
But while the couple continues to bring up their problems, everything's gone green for Jane.
I'm starting to feel really sick. It's not very professional to be sick all over your clients the first time you meet them. It doesn't go down very well, does it? Let's see what else this wonderful venue has to offer.
Jane manages to find her sea legs and tours the rest of the boat. But Jeff's looking a little wobbly.
Sorry.
Don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up.
If you throw up, I'll throw up. We're gonna be doing our first dance, and all of a sudden he's just gonna all over my dress.
Have I already mentioned?
To clean up this mess, Jane will present the plan. It's the list that keeps on giving. Tasks and responsibilities.
Have a seat.
Oh, crap.
It was a big board, and there was a lot of writing on it.
Yeah.
Shall we start at the top? The gazebo, the chairs, the setting up of the chairs, the collection of the chairs. Go for a food tasting. Order a meal. See the quality of the food.
There's so many loose ends we have to tie up or this thing is gonna fall apart.
The family issues. You need to find a way to resolve this so it doesn't ruin your wedding day. Because if you don't, it will. We only have this amount of time to do this bigger problem. But I'm a fairy godmother, and I can grant you 3 wishes. Use them wisely. Those will make or break this wedding.
It just seems so overwhelming, like there was so much to do and we have so little time. And it's like, how are we gonna do it?
We still don't know.
That evening, Melanie is trying to find a way to resolve one major issue, her mother. And the conversation isn't going that well.
Hey Heather, it's Mel. Oh, sorry, hey Mom. I'm very, very insecure, very scared. I really need to talk to you about the wedding. Even though my mother has not been in my life, she's my mother.
But Jeff's mom and grandmother have no problem shipping off to help their boy test the food for the reception.
If you get the least bit seasick, don't worry. Your grandmother will look after you. Your 86-year-old grandmother will look after you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks nice.
Oh, it looks lovely. Okay.
Now, which fork do I use?
You use the small one. It's complete lattices weaves.
While the queasy captain chows down, Melanie and her mates set out on a mission.
Today I am taking my friends and my maid of honor to see my wedding dress. Everybody's gonna be looking at me soon, and I have to get used to it somehow.
And her friends better get used to waiting.
How's it going in there, Mel?
Not so great really, but thanks for asking.
I am very worried about all those eyes staring at me. I am worried that the buttons are gonna pop off my wedding dress. I'm worried about tripping.
And back on the SS Barfarama, Jeff is looking a little trippy himself.
How do you feel?
It looks a little
Just
gray.
have to go outside, get some fresh air, maybe get a breeze or something.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Just see some
it's
solid
a bit-
ground. And...
Do we have to help you there?
No, I'll be all right.
You're okay?
Yeah.
I feel like that you're ready.
Hey Jeff, how about a steamy bowl of clam chowder? And back on dry land, Melanie still can't bear the thought of leaving her confines.
I really did not feel comfortable coming out of that room. I just didn't have the courage.
So the cowardly lion calls the wizard.
I'm sitting here in my wedding dress, and I can't do it. I can't go out. Or the thought of seeing any disappointment or skepticism or just disdain, I just...
Okay.
Jane, I really think I need you to help me on this. I can't do this alone. I think I'm gonna have to use a wish.
I'm confident I can break this fear of hers, but it's going to take me a couple of days to get things together. But I'll do it. I'll do it.
Meanwhile, Jeff's ladies are enjoying their lunch, and he's losing his.
Why did we pick the boat again?
Thanks, Mom, but it's no laughing matter for Jeff.
Gina, I'm in trouble here.
What happened?
I'm sick to my stomach. I couldn't handle it. I'd like to use a wish, Jane. I I want you to help me get over my fear of deep water and the seasickness. I have to.
Wow, 2 wishes in the space of minutes. It's as though the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing.
So the next day, with T-minus 9 days until the wedding, Jane and Michael have Jeff's wish on deck first. Get used to the motion of the ocean and lose his fear of deep water.
It's unnerving right now, not knowing what I'm going to do, but I'm ready to go through whatever needs to be done.
I've brought him to a water park. Today, I'm going to use shock therapy on Jeff.
Can you tell me what we're doing?
No, it's a bit of a surprise, and I'm going to go and show you now. And this is going to kill or cure. Hopefully, we're going to cure him.
Being on water really scares me. The only time I've been on a boat, I've got very ill.
So Michael dons his best banana hammock, and the skipper, brave and sure, leads her passengers to set sail that day.
Mike, he's in your hands. Cast off. Jeff, you have to let go. You have to let go. That's it.
Sunshine.
Jeff, it's only 300 feet deep.
Not hoping.
But Jane's first mate spends every minute by Jeff's side, proving to him that water sports can be fun.
Are you with me? Oh, no.
Jeff, you're looking too green. You're not done yet. This is kill or cure. Keep pedaling. Is that Mike screaming? It's Mike screaming.
I can last through this, I can last through anything. I'm going to be able to make it. I'm going to be able to go on this boat, go on the reception, and give Mel her day. I have control over it. It doesn't have control over me.
So while Jeff may be feeling peachy, the next day, Melanie feels like the pits because she's still super stressed about her mom.
She's getting so stressed out, it's actually starting to come out in her skin. Oh, it's getting worse.
I know, it's like really, really itchy, and I'm trying not to scratch.
And I'm just thinking, you know, is all this work really worth it? It's actually starting to scare me.
Today, with only 5 days to the wedding, Jane is up in the air over the bride's wish.
Melanie wants to overcome her fear of walking down the aisle. She thinks that this is too big an issue for her. You want a big issue? Well, we'll give you one.
With G.I. Jane's assistance and insistence, Melanie suits up and it's up, up, and away.
So you ready? This is it.
No, I can't do this.
Now, if you can do this, you can walk down the aisle. It's going to be just the same feelings.
And the fairy godmother gets ready to spread her own wings. Well, sort of.
I'm not jumping. But I'm coming up there with you. Are you telling me there's no seats? There's no seats. I actually thought she will not do this.
I was clinging to Jane's hand, and I am just so happy and grateful that Jane was there just to give me that strength, just to have her presence, her calmness.
It all happened so fast. The door opened. I screamed. It was just too quick.
But while Jane weeps worried tears, Melanie soars like some happy, two-headed bird-like creature.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Oh my God.
It's given her so much confidence. And looking at her now, she'll want to be the center of attention.
Holy cow, man. It was the most incredible thing. If I can do that, I can do just about anything. Oh my God, just bring it on.
3 days before the wedding, Jane wants to see if Melanie is still flying high. and more importantly, if this couple has brought the wedding down to earth.
Marriage license.
Done.
Limo arrival.
Taken care of.
Gazebo chairs.
Done.
Excellent. This is what I like to say. What isn't done? What is still left to do?
I still think she needs a little more help just to get over the whole family issue, and especially her mother.
Just the mention of her name, Melanie almost broke out in a panic attack. But the issue with her mother, it's huge. If she doesn't resolve this issue before the wedding, I don't know whether she could walk down that aisle.
I need some sort of safety blanket, closure, just some sort of
Buffer?
buffer.
Jane, do you think we can use a wish here?
Jeff has asked me for a wish. It means so much to him and to Melanie that mum and daughter bond before the wedding. This is a big wish. I really hope I can do it. Melanie's mum, I don't even know if she'll come to a mother-daughter bonding session, and I certainly don't know how she's going to react. She's never met me, I've never met her. Who knows, we might clash.
But since Wonder Jane has never met a challenge or a mother of the bride she couldn't handle, she sets up a special rendezvous with only 1 day till the wedding.
Hello. Hi. Heather, lovely to meet you. So glad you could make it. We're going to have a lovely, lovely day together. I've arranged through my contacts for them to go to the most exclusive spa in Toronto. How are you?
Seeing my mother for the first time in, God, it's got to be at least 3-4 years. And they won't stop leaking. I'm nervous.
Nothing a little aromatic salt rub won't take care of. So after bunions are banished and the toes are polished, Jane gets the bonding ball rolling.
Heather, are there any words of wisdom that you can offer Melanie to take with her in a marriage?
Laugh together, because laughter can heal just about anything. And don't lose yourself.
How are we feeling, girls?
Much better.
Yeah? Well, I've organised for us to have a private lunch, just to continue the pampering. Should have weddings more often.
No.
I'm going to give them some time so that they can actually get to know each other, bond with each other, so that tomorrow, when Melanie walks down the aisle, she has no qualms, no problems at all with her mum being at her wedding. Girls,
So Jane has closed the rift, but leaves Melanie and Mom alone for a more private conversation.
You ready for all this tomorrow? Okay, forget the wedding part. Are you ready for the what comes afterwards?
Excuse me?
What, like the reception, or you mean like honeymoon?
I mean life.
That's better. But awkward conversation eventually leads to a much-needed mother-daughter connection.
I feel really good now. I feel so relieved.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, sweetheart.
I needed that bit of quality time and just that reassurance before the wedding. I couldn't have done this cold turkey.
Yes, you have granted my wish, like, big time.
Jeff and Melanie's wedding was looking like chopped liver. So wedding fairy godmother Jane Dayus Hinch granted them 3 wishes to turn it into top sirloin. The first wish had the jittery bride flying high. Number 2 was to keep the groom from going green. And wish 3 had Jane mending rickety mother-daughter fences. Today is the wedding day, but when Jane arrives to check on the ceremony site, it appears that everyone else has checked out.
And it looked as though the wedding is another day. There was nothing, not a chair, not anything. Where was Jeff? Nowhere to be found. It was 45 minutes to the wedding. Did panic set in? Yes.
But the chairs and some helpers finally arrive, and Jane sets it in motion.
I grabbed every hand on deck, and we literally put every chair out, cover, and everything in record time.
And then out of thin air, Jeff appears, an hour late and a lot stressed.
Guys, please, no. Just a couple minutes, please.
So while Jeff gets his bearings, Captain Michael is busy rowing the boat ashore.
Full speed ahead. Oh my God. This is a real boat. This is a real boat. This is a real boat.
And it's also the reception venue, so get to work, sailor.
This needs a plate. Jane will kill me if I don't have a plate. I need a plate. Can I get a plate?
How's that?
Back at the ceremony site, it's finishing touches. So the stage is almost set, and Melanie's mother is front and center. But as Jane takes a long trip down the aisle to collect her bride, the question remains as to whether Melanie is ready to walk back herself.
It's very exciting, but it's scary.
Yes. When Melanie got out, and all the girls were there, and her father, suddenly, this was real. This was Melanie's wedding day. She faced everybody, and this is the biggest smile you're ever gonna have. She walked down the aisle, full of confidence. Did Melanie enjoy every second? I think so.
Dear friends, we are gathered here this afternoon to witness and to share with Melanie and Jeff.
It is in front of these family members and close friends that I will state my undying love and my commitment to you.
That's good. You are my best friend. You are my other half. You're my white knight, and I pledge my life and my love to our marriage and our happiness.
You may now kiss the bride.
Melanie and Jeff's day is the most magical day. Congratulations! She touched my heart. They both did. And I wish them both every happiness.
And then the happy times just continue because it's all aboard the Love Boat.
To the couple.
I'm so proud of both of them. Jeff made it. He actually seemed to enjoy the boat ride after all.
You're not green.
I'm not green.
And you ate food.
I ate food and I even had a beer. Jane was able to help me get over that fear, and I honestly don't know if I would have been able to do it without her.
Jumping out of the plane gave me the courage to jump out of the limo and walk down that aisle with my head up.
She was fantastic. Looking back on all of their wishes, the orchestrating of getting Melanie and her mum together and this bonding, that was the most intimidating, but the most rewarding.
I couldn't have done this without that wish from her.
From gazebos to boats to planes, we've covered it all. Quite the Jane wedding, I'd say.
Wow. Holy Sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't do it. We had one beer. It's been the longest day ever. I'm king of the world. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh! I can't even.